Never heard that before.
Yeah, look at here. We got real live ovens and all this shit, huh? This how we living up in here. You heard?
Yo, boy, hey, the blind. You better not be
No,
lying.
we ain't live. We ain't live. We just.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Blood on the Razor Wire TV, where we bring it to you real and we bring it to you raw. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the video. A bunch of people asked me to do a cooking show, so I can tell you this, man, I like to eat. Not hard to tell, right? I used to do a lot of cooking in prison. A lot of people don't know they took the microwaves away from us, so people had to just invent shit to cook with, right? Like stingers and irons, and people just did whatever they could to cook. So that's what we're going to do today, man. We're going to put that cooking thing together. And how do we really do it, right? Like we buy onions from the kitchen. Usually, man, they cost 4 stamps. It's like $1 for an onion. Some places, man, the prices went up. Inflation's a bad mother. You know what it is. But anyway, sometimes we had to pay $2 for an onion. So I got a little small onion today that I bought from a dude out on the corner. I'm joking. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this thing together. So how do we cut this stuff, right? You might be wondering. See this ID right here? I've used this thing for all kinds of stuff. I turned it into a spoon. We turned it into a cutter. All kinds of stuff. But anyway, let's go, man. We're going to put this thing together. Usually, man, if you've been to the feds, you know how we do this, man. We take these shaving razors, which we're allowed to buy from commissary. You got to whack them real hard on some concrete. That thing ain't going to whack too good. You take the nail clippers. You pull this thing apart. Let me see. Boom. There we go. Pick that up later. And I'm telling you, man, it's one of the best cutters ever, man, when you're cutting onions, right? So you just cut up your onion. I always put onions and peppers and stuff. We ain't gonna have no peppers today. If I keep looking at the camera, damn, cut my finger. Can you believe that? I'm joking. Go ahead and smile, it's all right. So anyway, we cut up the onions. But these are like the best cutters, man, nice and thin. Put it together. Summer sausages. Pepperoni, man, pepperoni makes everything taste good. And yeah, I didn't quit eating pork when I went to prison, I promise you. I actually like that stuff, man. So we cut up some onions, right? Sometimes you catch dudes in prison, and if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. You got some dudes, man, who make a meal for 4 people with 1 summer sausage. They got these little pieces in there you can't even see. You're like, man, what the hell? But anybody that ate with me knew we were eating good, man. So if I'm just making 1 meal, sometimes I put a whole summer sausage just for me with some pepperoni. They also got like black beans in prison. Everything comes in these little Ziploc bags. Not easy to find out here. But, man, we're going to fry some rice tonight, man. You guys want to fry some rice? Some people said, man, how the hell can you fry rice? And, you know, this is our... Usually we use a little piece of cardboard, like off the 12 packs of soda. Put the rice on there, man. They always got this rice and stuff in prison, man. These bags of rice. Go ahead, put that rice on there. Got to move the razor. You don't want to eat that. Once in a while, people do put razors in the food on accident. Then you might find it when you're eating. It's not a good feeling. But anyway, and then, you know, people always use this type of stuff. Sriracha. Me, I don't use the sriracha, because if I use the sriracha tonight, that thing will be on fire. You know what I'm talking about. That cooler will be on fire if I eat this. I don't eat that. But sometimes I use the tapito. We also got this sweet and hot sauce, but it's really not hot. We use that stuff all the time. Like I told you, man, here's this is my thing that I use. I've eaten with this thing, right? So we got the rice. They also sell olive oil in there. Sometimes you got to get butter. And, you know, some dudes that are watching this, you know, they might want to, other channels might open the stuff all nice. I'm keeping it real with you, man. I usually open this stuff with my teeth, man. It's mine. I can do what I want, right? And guess what? Never had a cavity. How do you cut up that sausage? The all-purpose, man. That's that go-go gadget. Glad I brought this thing home. I use it sometimes when I cook dinner at home. I'll let my wife tell you more about it. She's actually watching me and she's laughing and smiling, but it's all good. You know, like I told you guys, sometimes you get people, man, they'll cut up meat this small. What the hell is that? What are you supposed to do with that? No, we don't eat like that, man. I put big-ass chunks. People used to eat with me, they're like, man, when I eat with Chad, man, I know I'm eating good. Because I'm not playing games, man, when it comes to eating, man. I don't want no little ass bit of food, little bird shit or rabbit looking shit size. We gotta eat that big boy stuff, man. And believe it or not, man, this stuff tastes good, man. Like I said, pepperoni. Anytime you put pepperoni in the food, it always makes everything taste better. Some dudes, man, don't eat that stuff, which is cool. But I don't eat fish, man. I don't eat no seafood. Well, once in a while I'll eat tuna fish. But other than that, I don't eat no shrimp. I don't eat no Jack Mac. Definitely ain't eating that shit. But anyway, you wanna know how we cook? We also, you know, when I was in FMC Lexington, we had to buy, anybody watching this, you can chime in, man. We had to buy irons, right? So a dude would go take his ID up there to the cop and say, yeah, let me get an iron, right? Give him his ID, they give him an iron. He'll come sell me the iron for $20 because he wants to, I know unfortunately he wants to get high. So he'd sell the iron and then he'd be accountable for the iron and can't get the iron, can't get his ID back. And they used to not play games. They wouldn't even let you eat chow over there, man, if you didn't have your ID. So these dudes were doing crazy shit because they wanted to get high for the moment, right? As far as the pepperoni goes, we'll put a little pepperoni in there. They sell this type of pepperoni in a little Ziploc bag. You bust this joint open. What you really want to see is how you fry that rice, right? So even with this ID, just crunch up this pepperoni, cut it up just a little bit, crunch it up, do what you got to do. Like I said, man, pepperoni always makes everything taste better. And I put black beans in all the food that I eat. I love black beans, man. Just keeping it 100 with you. You know, some other people put different stuff, but I get that Ziploc with that black beans. Got the razor going. They do sell olive oil in prison. Can you believe that? They sell us olive oil. If I get burned, don't worry about me. I'll be all right. A little olive oil on that rice. Like, damn, man, how you gonna fry that rice, man? Like the Chinese man do. So anyway, let me see. That thing's hot. Oh, hot, hot, hot. Let me see. Move the nail clippers. We don't want the nail clippers out of food. So now let me move this stuff out of your way. I'm not real good with the cleanup, but it's all good. You see that thing steaming right there? I think you're at the Chinese shop, bro. You put this thing on the rice. Make sure that thing's on, nice and hot. Hold on, that thing ain't on. 1 second. Get that rice frying. Let's see. Onions, man. Onions always make everything go good, man. Trust me when I tell you that. Cooking ain't easy, man. It don't always go so fast as you might want it to go in prison. But this is what we do, man. This is how we survive. This is how we live. You know, I've seen plenty of people, man, they make food in bags and all that shit tastes like shit. Definitely don't want to eat like that, you know what I mean? Get the onions going, frying them up. Once we get this rice going, put a little soy sauce. They sell all that stuff in there. So we're good, man. Like I told you, the razor. If Jimmy Romans or any of my boys, Jimmy Thompson's watching this video, they know all the time I would lose these razors. And they'd be like, man, is it in the food? I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Help me find it. So, Jimmy, leave a comment, man. I know you're watching. Leave a comment. Look at them onions. Wait, the onions make everything go nice with the rice. Let me see if I got this iron turned on. Oh, that thing's hot. That thing's nice and hot. Get that going. Get that thing going nice and good. Tell you what else we got to do. People are like, damn, though. You do put a little water on this thing. And I'm going to tell you what else works when you got a brand new iron. You hit that steamer sometimes. Once that thing starts going, you can probably hear that, right? Hope the camera picks it up how it's steaming. Now look, as far as the razor goes, like breaking the razors and cutting stuff, I don't promote this at home, all right? You could get hurt. You could definitely cut your finger. So be careful. So now that rice is looking good, huh? Woo! How you frying that rice, Chad? See that steam coming off that thing? Woo! I ain't ate this shit in a long time. But tonight, my money ain't right. I'm gonna have to eat this tonight. My wife's gonna have to eat this thing too. Definitely gonna have to eat this thing with me. And sometimes I get impatient in prison, right? Then I'd buy 2 irons. That's why I got 2 irons. And the other thing, like I said before, in prison, they took the microwaves away in federal prison. We don't have microwaves. But anybody that's tuning in that was with me at FMC Lexington, they can tune in. I bought a microwave, man, for like $200, and I hid it under my bed inside a box. Went through 3 shakedowns and everything, man, and we were good. Never got caught with it. But what about the rice, man? When you gonna season it, man? Well, it tastes like shit if you don't put no seasoning, Chad. Don't worry about the seasoning, man. We'll be there in a minute, right? So now you might be thinking, damn, man, what's up with that rice right there, man? That shit don't look too good, Chad. It will in a minute. It will in a minute. As soon as we put that fryer on that meat, whoo, hit the steamer. And then the rice, look, man, you might think I'm crazy, right? But I'm from New York, so I used to always put Italian seasoning in my stuff, man. So I always put a little Italian seasoning in that rice. Mix it up with a little garlic. Put that garlic on that thing right there. You know what, man? Sometimes it don't look like it's enough rice. So we might have to get another bag. Another bag over here hiding. That Uncle Ben's joint. I can also fry angel hair pasta with an iron too, man. Bagels with Spam on it and cheese. We'll probably do that one next time. But you'll definitely like that one. That was one of Jimmy Roman's favorite. If you guys don't know who Jimmy Romans is, check out the video I did with him. He had Life for marijuana. Me and him used to eat together all the time. But of course, I was the cook. I lived up on the 3rd floor. But we were living good, man. We did all right over there, man. And the meat, I'm telling you now, man, it's like a grill, man. You know what I mean? Like, so that's how you're cooking your food in federal prison, man. Crazy, right? We had to live like this. But you know what? You be hungry as hell, man. You get a meal like this, you're like, okay. Chad's on the grill. Take a little soy sauce. They do sell soy sauce in prison. Hold up, I'm going to have to get this thing over. Okay. Put a little soy sauce on there. Season that thing up. You hear that thing sounding like fried rice right there? If you like fried rice, man, go ahead and put it together tonight. Get you a cardboard box. Get you 2 of these bad mamma jammas right here. Get them going. And then we used to have to hide from the cop, man. I lived on the 3rd floor. We'd be hiding from the cop. I'd have someone watch it, man. Let me know if the cop's coming, man. We got 2 irons going in here. We're cooking, trying to cook a big ass meal for 4 or 5 people. Crazy, man. Crazy life. It was the life that we had to live in there, man, unfortunately, right? So, Chad, what are you going to do with the onions, man? We're going to put them in the rice in about 2 minutes, man. And I like when the meat gets, like, really, like, fried up, man. We need that thing fried up. You might have to turn this thing up right here. Get this thing going. You think you could eat this stuff? I bet you if you was in prison, you'd eat it. I mean, it's way better than what they're eating on Naked and Afraid, right? You ever watch Naked and Afraid? See some of the shit they're eating on that show? Wow. So yeah, like I was saying, I've seen some of the other prison shows, like little clips, man, where they're making food in bags and shit like that. And the feds, man, we're not really doing that. At least not when I left. Not in the places that I've been. Dudes are in there deep frying. They take these garbage cans, they cut them with dental floss. They put grease in there that they buy from the kitchen. Get raw chicken, man. I see dudes in there with flour battering up these chicken fingers, man, dropping them in the oil. Eating good, man. There's another dude, man, Big Butter, man. Big Butter was in FMC Lexington. I know Butter, man. He might watch the show every once in a while. Tune in, Butter. Butter was the cook, man. He cooked all kinds of stuff. But he was the deep fryer, man. We'd buy deep fried wraps from him, chimichangas. I used to have to tell him, though, like, yo, bro, I don't mind paying. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind paying at all. But you're selling us rice burritos, man, deep fried. You got too much rice, man. Put some meat and cheese in there, man. Whatever the price is, man. People want to eat. They don't want to eat a rice burrito. Got us eating an egg roll full of rice, man. Nah, we ain't going for that. That thing gets hot right there. Ooh, is that thing hot, Chad? That thing hot. Can you see me through the smoke? I know you hear that thing. Can you hear that, Jenny? You hungry? I know you look hungry.
And you don't cook with that card, for the record.
It's all good, man. Got my wife, my assistant over there. Don't trip. Don't trip, potato chip. This is how we eat, man. This is how we have to eat in federal prison. Because the food is absolutely, I know you guys all heard stories, steaks and all that, man. This shit's all bullshit. They used to give out steaks once a year on New Year's in the feds. But a couple years ago, there was a big article about it, how they were feeding the federal prisoners so good. And, you know, the staff, they were going through a recession. They couldn't even buy their own food, which was all a bunch of bullshit. The cops were eating more steaks than us inside the prison. Trust me when I tell you that. But this is it, man. This is federal prison, man. This is how we're eating, man. It's crazy, right? To have to live like that, eat like that. But it's a lot better than eating that shit in the kitchen, man. I don't even eat the meat in there, the beef. I'd eat the roast beef, hamburgers, none of that stuff. Hamburger day used to be the best day back in the day. Now it's nothing but trash, man. Straight trash. You're like, damn, bro, look at that rice, man. Look at that rice right there. Sometimes I use I keep an extra cardboard too. Because sometimes the first cardboard gets a little wet, you know what I mean? I kind of like my rice to be a little bit dry, you know what I'm saying? Look at that rice, huh? And that's a grill, man. It's just a small one. It's just a small one. Some people flip these things over. They make grilled cheese. Oh, I see you looking at that beef summer sausage. I know you want to taste it. Send me your address. We'll send you over a bowl. Might be a couple days late, but we'll get it in the mail, man. You already know, man. $25 comes with shipping and handling. We'll have a bowl there within a day or two. What are you doing with the onions, man? Put them onions in that rice, huh? Get that thing going. You can't tell me that's not fried rice, man. Don't worry, the counter's clean too, I promise. I do keep everything clean, even though I rip open the packages with my teeth. Sometimes I'm so hungry, I just don't even think about it. Don't even care, man. Don't even care. What else you do while you're doing it, man? Ooh, I'm gonna taste that for you. That thing coming along. Way better than eating that sweat meat. Way better. We're gonna get to the black beans here in a minute too. We put them on the grill too. Don't think we don't heat them things up. Huh? What about this, man? This is the all-purpose. If you're in prison, you know what sazon is, right? I doctor up the meat with the sazon a little bit after it's got a little grease on it from frying. Put a little in the rice. And really, man, the water inside of this, when you hit the steamer on this thing, that's what puts water on the rice too, man. And we're definitely gonna do some bagels too, so you guys can see how we're doing that. Definitely want you to see. Oh, that thing is hot. Let me tell you right now, that thing is hot. We'll get this thing rocking here in a minute. This is it, man. This is federal prison cooking. Dudes use irons to do all kinds of stuff, man. Grilled cheese, whatever, man. Whatever they want. Slide the rice over. Whoop. Slide the rice over, huh? Some guys get real slick with this thing, right? They got pieces of cardboard like they're at the Chinese shop for real, man. I'm not as talented as them. But when you're hungry and you like to eat, you figure out how to do stuff in prison, man. That's a promise. Move this over here a little bit. Move this thing over here. That pepperoni. Whoa, that thing is hot. Then you really want it to fry, right? You really want some crisp on that thing. This is how you do it right here. That's it. Could you live like this? Hear that rice going? That rice is going good, man. That meat's going good. This is it. There's some cops that watch the show too, man. And you know, sometimes you have cops that were real assholes, right? And other times you have cops that come by and say, hey, man, I understand. Remember I talked about Gerald the other day? If he came by and see me doing this is something he probably wouldn't trip about. But sometimes you got these super cops, man. They want to write you up. They want to take the iron. They want you to go hungry. They know the food tastes like shit. Even the cops stopped eating the food in prison. They used to always eat the food there, man, because it was free, man. Even they stopped eating it for large part because the shit's horrible. So, and that's the other thing, man. If you got a loved one that's in prison, man, you care about them, man, I'm telling you today, man, send them $100, man. Send them $50. Send them $30. Because it's tough in there, man. It's hard, man. It's hard times. Definitely hard times in there, man. And then some people, man, some of the Spanish people might be watching the show, man. You know when you make that rice, man, on the bottom of the pot, what do they call that? The picao? And you eat that, it's the little hard rice, crispy. I like that stuff, man. And that's what we're doing here, man. We're going to get some of that stuff crispy on the top. Ooh. I gotta get my boy Jimmy Romans, man. Should have called him down here, man. We could have cooked together. I know he did some cooking when he got out for his family like this and showed him what we do in there. But this is it, man. This is how they do it in the feds, man. I hope you guys can see me through all the steam, you know what I mean? Through the fried rice frying. But this is it. Watch out for these razors, man. This is it, man. This is federal prison cooking right here. I'm gonna tell you what else. When you're done doing this, one of the hardest things is cleaning this thing. I used to have this kid Angel, right? Speedy, we called him Speedy. I used to pay him $5 and a bowl of food, man, to clean the irons, because I definitely wasn't cleaning them. And I had a silly named Eric. He was from Ohio. Sometimes it was his job. In the beginning, at one time, man, I woke up, he never cleaned the iron. It was full of ants. I took the iron. I told you, man, I wasn't always a nice guy, and I just slammed it against the wall. Boom! Ants all over his bed. Iron broke. I was just really pissed off that day, man, because he messed up our cooking machine. And irons are not easy to get. They started getting hip. So they wouldn't, it got to a point where you couldn't even iron your clothes in FMC Lexington. So anybody watching this, they know that. They stopped getting irons. They wouldn't give us irons to iron clothes anymore because they were all gone, man. They were all stolen, sold. And sometimes, man, you might get a cool counselor. He'd shoot you an iron after they confiscated some. They'd shoot you an iron, and then they come confiscate it later. That's how that shit works in there sometimes, man, unfortunately, right? Let me see. Put that fire on there. Who's hungry? Who wants to eat? This thing tastes good. My wife thinks this shit nasty. She never even tasted it, but she's gonna taste it tonight. I want to get her on the camera. She's gonna taste this thing tonight, man. This is my ID. Brought that home with me in case I ever needed to cook or cut anything. Nah, I'm just joking. So this is it, man. This is federal prison cooking, right? Black beans, man. Like I told you guys, I'm not using this whole thing, but we'll go ahead and put some black beans right here. Smoke inhalation. Oh, you thought that thing couldn't cook beans? You hear that thing sizzling? Woo-wee! Let's get it then. Let's get it. And like I said, this tapito sauce, I don't really like hot stuff, but this has like a vinegar taste to it. I like the vinegary taste of hot sauce. Like Al's Red Hot, you know, buffalo wings, where I'm from. But this stuff right here, man, this is like the go-to for a lot of people, man. That sweet sauce, a lot of people use this. This is just one of them little minor cooking shows, man, that we put together for you. Hope you learn how to put something together in case you gotta feed your family. Yeah, right. You probably never eat this stuff, huh? What about my wife? You think she's gonna eat it tonight? Should I try to get her on camera tonight taking a bite?
No.
Big bite? She won't do it. She's gonna be a poor sport about it. But it's all right. It's all good. Get that rice, huh? Who's ready for that rice? Remember I told you about that picao where it gets a little crispy on the top? Can you see that thing sizzling? This is it, man. This is federal prison style. There's other ways too, man. People cook. They put little burners underneath their bed. They clean the steel real good. Then they stack up the soda boxes, the 12 packs, till it gets high enough, like right under the bed. Then they put these burners. One of my boys sent me some pictures off a cell phone that he had of a pizza oven type thing they made. Maybe I'll be able to put that picture up in the video. I hope I can find it. But this is it, man. This is federal prison cooking right here, man. Who else is doing that? Huh? I haven't seen anybody frying rice on here yet on a prison show with with irons, but this is how we do it in the feds, man. Hold up. This is how we do it. You guys are probably like, man, bullshit, he ain't gonna eat that. Yes, I am. I'm hungry tonight. I'm gonna bust this down. It's been a long time, man, since I had to eat like this, right? But I'm gonna eat this thing. Definitely gonna eat this thing. Sometimes that meat starts popping. I could have made more. I could have made a little more. Oh, I ain't gonna use them. Them the cold ones. What the hell am I doing? Chad, you're slacking. Don't trip. Don't trip, potato chip. It's all good. Put them black beans in that rice. I'm gonna have to get me a spoon. Stir this thing up with a spoon. You see that meat? I don't know if you guys can see that meat real good, but you hear that? That's like it's on the grill, man, at the diner, right? That thing tastes like bacon sometimes, that pepperoni, man, when you get done with it. Take this. Whoop, whoop. Take some of that meat all fried up. Stir that thing up. I told you, that thing's hot. That thing hit the back of my finger, man. Like I said, man, when I eat, man, I like to have meat inside my food, man. Don't none of you people play games, man. Don't play games with me about what I just said, man. But this is what we do, man. This is how we do it. Stir this thing up a little bit. Got a nice bowl of food. You hear that thing? The rest of this I'm gonna give to the dog, all right? Let me see what it tastes like, though. Damn! Why do I feel like I missed this? You want some, Jen?
No.
I'm telling you this, it's good. I hope you guys enjoyed the little cooking show, man. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. I'm going to put a little bit of this sauce. Because the sauce always makes it taste a little better, right? Got that little vinegary. Little zip on this stuff. Old tapito. Got a little bit of zip. But,
Don't forget to shut off your irons.
don't worry about the irons. I'm gonna have to fry it up a little more. So that's it, man. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Look, that little cooking show on how we do it in the feds. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want the recipe, let me know. I'll do some other stuff that I make really good. Believe it or not, man, the bagels are phenomenal. With a piece of Spam on there, and that Spam fries, boy, like fried bologna. But I don't eat bologna no more. But I definitely eat Spam. I like it. But anyway, man, that's it for today. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Leave a comment, and I hope you like it. I'm getting back to eating.